Senator Grassley is saying in no uncertain terms that you are suppressing criminal information on a case about the president's son, and it is infecting the hearts of the Justice Department and the FBI.
Hunter Biden. Why is it that with all of the documented trouble around Hunter, why hasn't the Justice Department done anything about him? Double standard again? Protecting the son of the Democratic president? Well, we spoke earlier with the former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida, Guy Lewis. Let me set this up right now by reading a little bit of a letter that Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa sent to the FBI director, also to the Attorney General Merrick Garland. He said, I wrote you regarding likely violations of federal laws, regulations, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation guidelines by Assistant Special Agent in Charge Timothy Thibault, Thibault, of the Washington Field Office, based on a pattern of active public partisanship in his then public social media content. Grassley goes on to say in this 4-page letter, it is further alleged that in August of 2020, the FBI Supervisory Intelligence Analyst Brian Outen opened an assessment which was used by FBI headquarters team to improperly discredit negative Hunter Biden information as disinformation and caused investigative activity to cease. He then goes on to say in the letter, these elements were later leaked to the press to try and smear our Biden investigation as unrelated foreign disinformation. And then it goes on. It provided our Democratic colleagues fodder to falsely accuse us, meaning Grassley and other Republican senators, of advancing foreign disinformation, and it draws serious concerns. And lastly, I'll close with this. If these allegations are true and accurate, the Justice Department and FBI are and have been institutionally corrupted to their very core. This is really tough stuff.
Holy smokes, Doug. The senior senator on the Republican side on the Judiciary Committee clearly has taken the gloves off, and he is hitting Chris Wray and the Attorney General right between the eyes. This is an incredibly strong letter.
As a former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida, have you ever seen a politicization, as alleged in this letter, as extensive as this?
I haven't, Doug. The only thing that sort of comes to mind, I was, as a young assistant, I was one of the prosecutors on Noriega when we were prosecuting the general from Panama that the 82nd Airborne had brought up, had arrested. And there was a lot of back and forth, CIA and information and disinformation. But this is a different animal. This is saying, Senator Grassley is saying in no uncertain terms that you are suppressing criminal information on a case about the president's son, and it is infecting the hearts of the Justice Department and the FBI. It's something that I frankly have not seen anything like this before.
There's one other component to all of this that I did not mention. It's another quote from Grassley's letter. Let me just get to it briefly. It says, it is alleged also that FBI officials, including a special agent in charge, Thibault, subsequently attempted to improperly mark all of these matters in the FBI systems so that it could not be opened in the future. They wanted to shut this thing closed forever and ever.
I got to tell you, if those allegations are true, it is a cover-up in the first degree. And really the question that I always ask myself, or when I see letters from Congress in my old job at the Department of Justice, I'd see these routinely, letters from Congress people complaining. But this one, you look at the evidence. Doug, let's look briefly at the evidence. Hunter Biden, who has no real skills, was being hired by Ukraine, by China, by Russian oligarchs, others, paid millions and millions of dollars. You've got tapes, you've got the laptop, you've got emails back and forth, messages back and forth, where at least one of them, the famous one that says, hey, the big guy, meaning his father, who was vice president at the time,
10%,
has been cut in for 10% of,
yeah.
Exactly. So look, it's not like this is a lot of smoke and mirrors and, as you say, no fire. This is a California-like fire that somebody needs to look at quickly.
Well, it seems to me that the only way it's really going to get looked at and examined closely is if Republicans gain control of the Senate and or House in the midterm elections. But it seems to me, given that that is a possibility, how could these people who are hiding this information and calling it disinformation or Russian disinformation be so stupid as to do that, knowing of the possibility that they're not going to hold control of Congress forever?
I got to tell you, it almost looks like the Attorney General, who again, I'm with all due respect, and I do respect the position, but the job he's doing just disappoints me over and over again based on my experience. I don't know what they're thinking, because the Republicans, I mean, if you believe the polls, and who knows, but if there's a good chance that the other side will come in and start looking at this seriously, then somebody's going to have heck to pay on this, because look, you can only cover up this stuff so much, and as I say, there's documents, there's evidence, and it's going to be looked at by somebody.
How much, the broader question, I guess, is how much does this hurt the institutions of the FBI and the Department of Justice? And I ask that question because I know FBI agents, I know FBI field agents who do really dangerous work and who are doing great work for the American public and rooting out and finding really dangerous bad guys. And I wonder what those kinds of people feel about this politicization of the FBI. It's not widespread. It doesn't go to all the field offices. It's largely restricted, from what I see and what this evidence points to the city of Washington, D.C.
So, Doug, that really is a great question, because you and I both, frankly, we love the organization. We love a lot of the people in it. We love their mission. We support their mission. We are zealots. You and I both are zealots when it comes to supporting the FBI. But when you look at something like this, and frankly, it didn't start yesterday or even last year. I go back and I see what happened during the Trump administration, whether you love him or hate him, but during the Trump administration, where decisions were made at the highest levels of the FBI based on politics and politics alone. Listen, as a U.S. attorney, I'd have people come to me all the time and say, "Guy, do this, do that, investigate this or investigate that." And never, ever could you allow the poison of politics to come in and influence a decision about who to prosecute and what to prosecute. It's just, it is so disappointing to watch this.
Hi, I'm Doug McKelway, and thank you for watching Centerpoint. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Leave a comment below and keep the conversation going by sharing this video with a friend who needs to see it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.